Final race on the programme, Class 3 over the 1650, headed by Friends of Kai Ying. Casper Founds and Zach Purton takes a drop back into Class 3. Company's been placed on his 2 previous visits. Bank on Red, first time on the Your Weather. Kairos Bowser, runner-up, 2 starts back, course and distance. Mr Monty has been rolling 40, returns to Your Weather. Turin Pearl, a last start winner over the trip. Experto Crede, barrier 5, Matthew Chadwick, his second start on the surface. All You Need, and all the way down to Kharkiv. Takes the jump from 1,000 metres up to the 1650 here, but it's come up with a wide gate. We've made our way back to the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map here for the last, Brad. Turin Pearl will lead, and Experto Crede, an interesting one, whether he'll try and roll forward this time round.
Yeah, and interesting to see whether or not he wants to kick through and try and maintain the lead, or potentially let Turin Pearl roll on and get the front. We know Kharkiv's been a horse that sort of had sort of patchy form with his speed map. Mr Monty, when he led at the Valley, he kept rolling in that race and was very impressive, and then last start a little awkward out, it didn't suit him, but I get the feeling he'd like a strong tempo. And then there's a couple of others sort of back here. Kairos Bowser's drawn 14. You presume that Joe will go back to here, but then again, maybe he might look for a slot in somewhere there. So again, there's a few variables. It looks an open race on paper, and maybe there's a couple of little things that could be different to the speed map as we see on screen, but it's not easy to formulate, that's for sure. All right, well, it's a strong finish to the programme. Paul, what can you help us out with?
Well, let's have a look at Kairos Bowser. He'll be the first one we'll take a look at here. He's got the wide draw. He's got Joe Moreira to offset that, and the shadow roll goes on for the first time. Here he is working with it, so we just thought I'd show you that, with that little bit of gear change that he has got, Kairos Bowser. Experto Crede, he's working here with good standing. This was down the front straight before good standing was scratched, funny enough. But Experto Crede, you could see him just working better than good standing and just moving on slowly at the end as well. And All You Need, I don't think it was some bad work from him leading into this race as well. He's a horse who has got a bit of ability, and interesting on the surface, I thought All You Need as well. So he's another one going okay.
All right, we'll come back to All You Need in a second. We'll get things rolling, though, with Friends of Kai Ying. So taking a drop in class here, and Friends of Kai Ying, I mean, this form doesn't get much stronger, I suppose, in the fact that he's chasing home Classic Emperor.
That he is. He has only had the 1 run for Casper Founds, and he's a horse that's been a prolific place getter, but only had the 1 win. That win actually came at Sha Tin a long, long time ago, but I think this is a race that may sort of end up suiting him. I think there'll be a reasonable tempo through the first half, and that's probably the crucial part to his success, or at least to him finding the line well, is that he gets that pace. He's got all the weight to carry, but he is a horse that'll go in the tips for me.
Yeah, he finishes off his races well enough, but he doesn't win, does he? As you mentioned, he's only won the once. And I can remember him going well on the surface previously, so...
Yeah, in this class as well.
Yeah.
2 starts, placed both times. All right, next ones we can have a look at, as we touched on as far as the speed is concerned. Turin Pearl, who will be up there vying for, you'd imagine, one of the leading spots. And the other horse to take note of here is Kairos Bowser. He's been running pretty consistently on the surface.
Yeah, now Dylan Moe will take the 7 pounds off, as he did last time with Turin Pearl. He's at an all-time career high, but he's in form at the moment. His last 2 starts have been pretty good. He did beat Kairos Bowser last start. Kairos Bowser's got this awkward draw, barrier 14, but the weight difference is there between the 2 horses. I just think Turin Pearl's very honest, and he'll just keep giving right to the end.
That he will, yep. Kairos Bowser's ready to win, but Joe's going to have to produce a masterpiece from 14 here, I would have thought, to give him the chance of winning this race. So I'm a big fan of the horse, but from the gate, I'm shopping elsewhere. All right,
still yet to win in, will it be a 10th start, but a handful of minor placings for him so far. Couldn't quite get the bob in there. We're back on the turf here to take a check on a couple of these runners. Mr Monty, again, potentially, is a pace angle. That's how they've been running their races at Happy Valley of late. And the other horse to take a note of here is Bank on Red, who makes his all-weather debut.
That he does. He's another one that showed speed in the past as well, Bank on Red. The one thing I'm going to sort of make note of with Mr Monty is that when he did win 2 starts ago, he ran 1:39.56, and then last start he ran 3rd in a race that was running 1:40.33. So he was beaten for a turn of acceleration. A little slow out of the gates. When he won, he rolled, found the front, and Joe just kept sort of upping the ante as they sort of swept down the side, and he produced a good time. So that tells me that he's a horse that likes, you know, a solid tempo throughout. If he can burrow through from a near sort of barrier to the rail and get on the speed and then gradually pick up the tempo, then that gives him a chance. But if he gets stuck in behind Experto Crede and they sit sprint, that'll go against him. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to take him on, actually. I snuck him in because I just think he's going pretty well at the moment and he'll get a good run.
All right, OK, one more to have a look at. All You Need here for Richard Gibson. The other horses lining up on this occasion. Fortune Patrol right down here on the rail with nowhere to go at this stage, and Nuclear Power with cover 2.
Yeah, they're both interesting runners, those two, Nuclear Power and Fortune Patrol, with good little barriers here. I wouldn't be surprised to see either pinch a spot in the placings. And All You Need, well, he's done very little wrong so far, this 4-year-old from 7 starts. If he takes a liking to the surface, the lightweight, he might be able to thunder past them all.
Yeah, I've managed to get him in the numbers, All You Need, because I think he's been working well on the surface. I don't think it's going to be a major problem for him, and he seems to be going OK.
All right, this is officially his official first start, barrier 11. Difficult to get past, I suppose. But as far as these are concerned, well, I'm actually giving Fortune Patrol a little bit of a chance as well out of this race. I thought there's somewhere to go for him. But ultimately, Paul, what do you like?
A horse we haven't talked about, Jade Fortune. I think he's going to get the best run in the race from barrier number 3. He can sit in behind the strong pace. He's by showcasing, so the surface shouldn't be a problem for him. He's very fit now. He's had plenty of starts this season. He'll be at good odds in an even race. So I've got him on top to beat Turin Pearl, Catch Me If You Can, and Mr. Monte likewise, and All You Need finishing over the top. 4, 7, 6 and 12, but I'll be backing the 4 each way.
It's a race where you can make a case for a number of horses. It's not an easy task to find one in particular. I'll take a chance with Mr. Monty. He is racing well. If he can kick through from that inside barrier and maybe even hold the lead and then run the race that he likes, gradually build the speed from a fair way out, I think he'll be very hard to beat. But if horses get in front of him and then it's a sit sprint, that'll go against him. So it's a flip of the coin, back him each way if you want. Friends of Ka Ying gets the easier contest. Turin Pearl, Kairos Bowser ready to win, but the draw's awkward. 6-1-7-5. I'm happy to settle on a QQP 167.
All right, I'll give Experto Crede a bit of a squeak as well, but competitive finish the programme as always. Right, straight into the stats, Paul. I'm going to focus on a man with, well, his turf form is pretty good as well, John Size, but night meetings at Sha Tin on the dirt.
It goes all right, doesn't he? 58% first 3 rate, as you can see there, with his 43 runners with 10 wins, 7 seconds, 8 thirds. So he's got a really good strike rate and of well over 50%. So he's got a couple of good chances once again here. He's got Bank on Red, and he's also got Bond Elegance earlier on, and Bond Elegance with the blinkers back on has won at this night meeting before, so he's one of those ones that has added to those stats. So he's got a couple of good chances to improve on that.
All right, straight into the best bets though. What have you got for us?
Well, I'm going to go with Big Time Baby. He's drawn wide, but I think with all that pace, he can sneak in nicely just behind all his pace. Alberto Rispling knows the horse well. He raced against Hot King Prawn last time on the turf and won a good race against him, and he likes the surface better. He's won on it. So I think he can win, and he could be an each-way price. We'll see what he is, 660 at the moment, Big Time Baby. Nevis, now he's a horse who's won a trial on the surface as well. He does like the surface. He's coming to it here, and I think from a low barrier draw, barrier 4, he can run a nice race. Pierre Charles aboard there on Nevis. As far as the play is concerned, we'll do it in that race. Amazing Racer will be the favourite, so we'll go put him in with Nevis, and Elite Boy in a QQP.
I'm going to go with that horse, Paul. Amazing Race. His efforts leading into this have been terrific over the course and distance. And he's got the Plum Alley, barrier number 1. I think that gives him the opportunity to sit a little closer. He'll find the line well. I think this is his race. So race 3, number 1, Amazing Race to salute. And race 4, number 7, Happy Out There. For Eddie Lai. This horse trialled on the surface recently, went well. He's now moving from the turf to the all-weather and going right up in distance, which is what he likes and what I think he needs. So 4-7's the long shot for me in the first leg of the TT. And the play of the day, Happy Star. I think if he rolls to the front, he'll be hard to beat. Kirov and Born Dragon, I think, will do the chasing, and they might even be able to run the trio, but I'll go the QQP with those numbers 3, 6, 7, race 2. All
right, I've essentially got 2 long shots this week. Thunderstomp will be a double-figure price, gets onto the all-weather for the first time. Me Choi, great record, Nashua in the saddle. So race 6, number 2, Thunderstomp. And that man again, Eddie Lai, I think he's got a good book of rides, Eddie. Could squeak in here with Golden Achiever, another first starter on the all-weather. Dennis Yip, the trainer, lightweight on his back. Big player, big price. Race 5, number 13. As far as the player of the day is concerned, Pro Barber, Thunderstop and Grandmaster. Race number 6 for me. Hopefully we can get a return with that. So big night on the all-weather. Big weekend coming up, 2 Group 1s.
Absolutely, yeah. All the big boys will be out to play, won't they? Mr. Stunning, of course, the winner of the sprint. Time Warp is there, the winner of the Cup, along with a whole host of others.
Yeah, we've got Werther and Little Grey called 50-50.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he can measure up against that with Werther and Beauty Generation in there.
Seasons Bloom. It's a great race.
Great race.
It'll be interesting to see who you're tipping too.
Well, 50-50 could be a long shot price.
The loyalty will have to be split.
All right, well, that's coming up on the weekend, but that's the show. Thanks for watching. On behalf of Paul Brett and the rest of the team, hopefully we'll see you at Sha Tin on Wednesday night when we will be racing to win.
Good night.